right time. Play back.
Like that A&R, like.
Like, I like the way moves. One of them songs that ain't going nowhere. That's a Black Wedding song. Like, it was the original co-host.
They say like the best records were made back in the day because niggas was heartbroken and all that. And
The one that brings, you know, the action, you know.
the one and only.
One and only for sure.
How you didn't know that Casey and JoJo came from Jokes?
Yeah, I'm fucking about no goddamn case.
Well, you should know that. You should.
I'll be gone for a minute, but no, I kind of feel like it's fucked up. Everybody cheap out, all fucked up.
Everybody loved him, bro. Now everybody like, what?
Then we got the infamous, you know, the one that's always here. Boy, Pearl Setti. Me.
That shit has 27 tracks on that motherfucker. That's what is it, Marley? Two albums today. And a bonus song. And a bonus track. That nigga fucked up 27 songs on an album. That's some Michael Jackson shit.
The one that keeps strong. Boy, crack.
So nigga, fuck your bitch, bro. I'm just
It was a
saying.
lot too, but the result was very pleasing.
What?
What's good? What's good? We're back on Hip Hop Racing Podcast this week, man. This week's a little different. We got some trending topics that kind of put us in the viral spot this week, man. But you know, before we get started, happy Easter, happy 420.
420.
You know what it is. You see the smoke traveling around in the room.
You know.
Happy 420. Man, I got a quick question before we get started. Who do you think, what hip hop artist is the 420 the best?
Ooh, you gotta go with the OG. It's either out of Snoop or Wiz.
I say out of Snoop and Wiz.
I said Snoop or
Then
Wiz.
honorable
You still
mention,
got Chief.
Cypress Hill.
Yes, Cypress Hill for sure. Cypress Hill and I give Chief Keef honorable mention, but yeah, for sure it gotta be either the OG Snoop and then right there it'll be Wiz for sure.
Yeah, I saw Snoop and Wiz. Man, so first topic of today. This topic right here put us at 1 million views on our
1
Instagram page.
million views.
So Jermaine Dupri had an interview on R&B podcast, and he was saying that it was harder to develop Xscape because people thought they were ugly, and the internet's going crazy. Like it's nothing. Like it's something new. We all seen the pictures. We all seen the videos. We all know what we like.
Y'all laughing at Tiny now.
That after all the surgeries.
Y'all still laughing at her, so but that's a funny ass fact though. But as you look at it, you really do not see no ugly female groups.
Like TLC was all bad.
Yeah, all the female Destiny's Child, even 3OW,
3OW, 702,
all them hoes was bad.
In Vogue, like it was all beautiful women.
But then you do look at SWV
and Xscape. It's like them two right there, SWV and Xscape. The SWV wasn't as bad as Xscape.
Nah, Xscape was terrible.
It was just. And man, and like I just seen all kinds of comments in it from people talking, oh, because they're talking about the dark skin. Bro, Tiny ugly too. Ain't got nothing to do with color.
What was the worst comment that you've seen on there, in your opinion?
The worst comment is I've seen it multiple times too, but people don't read it. They're basically trying to say Jermaine Dupri said it. They're ugly. They're telling everybody trying to talk about Jermaine Dupri. I'm like, what that got to do with him stating the facts of the situation that was going on?
Because he was the one I was actually
I had to go shopping around and try to make things happen.
They like he went to the record labels like, hey, they kind of ugly, but you can work with them though. They sound good though, but you really got to work with them on their looks. They cool. It was cool. Or he just play the music first and they're like, yeah, bring them on down. He like, fuck.
What am I gonna do with this, Jermaine?
Shit. Adam bitch ghostwriting. But yeah, they did have a good successful career though.
They did multiple hit singles, solid albums. They making good noise for female R&B groups. Like they coming at that top list.
Yeah.
When it comes to overall music,
they did that shit.
But look wise, they on the bottom of that list.
Yeah. A solid D-.
Man.
Then the look category.
outside of the ugly stuff this weekend, man, Wiz, Kush and OJ 2 drop, man.
That shit had me feeling like 2006 in the back house, smoking on blunts, smoking on the doobies, listening to the first Kush and Orange Juice. I said 06, like I said like
2010.
Yeah, 2010. Chilling, listening to the first Kush and Orange Juice, and that brought back like the new version of
That
the Kush
part.
and Orange Juice.
And it don't
It
sound
has the same,
forced.
yeah, and it don't sound off. Like it don't sound like this nigga got whole brand new beats. None of that shit. It sounds the same sound, the same quality, the same vibe, giving us the same old shit. Like, so I would say, out of all the albums where they just do remixes or do number 2s of them,
That's the best one.
that will be the
I'm glad
best
to
one.
say. That's the best one. Like
that
I was
would
saying
be
this
the best
off
one.
camera. Like a lot of people do that part 2 of a classic album or a classic mixtape. It's never comes close to
touching
the
that.
good one. We don't even want to hear it. Like it never meets the expectation.
Unless, like, you got Dirty Sprite too.
Yeah.
And then compared to
That
the original
surpassed
Dirty
Dirty Sprite.
Sprite. Yeah,
Dirty
so
Sprite wasn't as
now
classic as Dirty
that's
Sprite
the
2.
only qualification you get if the second
Yeah.
one passed the first one. But a lot of people really don't have that qualification where the second one passed the first one.
That part.
Or possibly the first one really hasn't been heard like that,
Yeah.
and then you just got on.
Second one blows
and
up.
then then you dropped the second one, then the second one blew up. But as far as actually making a second one that sounds equivalent and
This
has
was like
the
his
same
stamp in the
vibe
game.
to the
That's the
first
difference.
one,
Like Kush and OJ was like Wiz is stamping the game.
facts.
And like Kush and OJ 2 to come out the way it is, like it's already number
Like
one.
that nigga went to the time machine. When the time machine went back to that Wiz, and that
Man.
Wiz came to this timeline, it was like, all right, what we finna do with this one?
That part. So I already gave it a review, ran it through our scale on Hip Hop Raised Me. So it goes down to 5 categories. The first category is replayability. Me, I gave it a 7 out of 10 for replayability. Cause like I'm gonna go back and listen to it, but how long? I don't see myself going back a few years from now and really digging back into that album.
Yeah,
I feel like it's hot for that moment, but it's gonna have a good moment.
I'll give it an 8.
Hey,
I
okay.
give it an 8. I give it an 8. I do see where you're coming from, though. But with this
Yeah.
one, I do feel like this is a new vibe smoking anthem. Well, for me personally, like how Kush and Orange Juice, I used to go back and just play Kush and Orange Juice when I'm just chilling, smoking, just vibing out. Now I could play Kush
That's
and
what I
Orange
mean.
Juice too now,
Yeah.
moving forward, and
I mean,
still
like,
have the
before this,
selection
we'll
of the
still go
first
back and listen to Kush and OJ and Snow.
Yeah.
So like, if this was Kush and OJ, I'd have given it a 10
one. Yep.
for replayability because people was going back to
Yeah,
till
people
today.
going, yeah.
till today. Probably
It'll
today.
probably grow. It'll probably grow on you.
Yeah.
But right now, I give it a solid
7, yeah, 7, 8.
7, 8.
Okay. Next category was beats. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I'm not even gonna lie.
He stayed in the same vibe, the same
That's
connection,
why.
the same. He had, man, Cardo on that
Sledge,
motherfucker. Man,
Even worked with DJ Fresh from the Bay.
DJ Fresh.
Like I had to give the beats 10 out of 10. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it's not no Grammy winning producers on there, no major names. But
staying
like,
in
it's,
his
it's
lane
staying
with
out-
it.
it's perfect for Kush and OJ lane. If it was another Cabin Fever, then I want to hear some trap.
So,
Wiz.
yeah.
But if this album's perfect
This
for Kush and
cushion,
OJ.
because it's
Wiz.
mellow. It's that mellow,
Yeah.
like, you feel me? Like that, you know, that
Like
low
the
key, that.
beats was perfect for what he was doing.
Man, he did that. He sat there. Actually, I felt like he took his time selecting those beats with that one. He was like, nah, I don't feel like this one Kush and Orange Juice vibes. We're going to say this one for Cabin Fever 3.
Yeah.
Nah, this one. All right, bet. Yeah, this one.
Be honest, like I feel like that's why I like this album so much because what he did on this album, a lot of albums are lacking. He really went in and made a full album. He didn't just focus on a single. He actually went in and made a full album that you can really vibe to and listen to. Like he gave us a vibe.
Man.
Like the album's a vibe. Like he gave us a whole
Yep.
vibe. Like he
That's
didn't call
right.
it Kush and OJ. Then only 4 songs sound like Kush and OJ.
Kush and Orange Juice.
It sounds like Kush and Orange Juice from track 1 to the last
From the
track.
intro to the last track.
Man, so like, I had to give him credit for that, like just keeping that sequence because we're lacking that right now in the industry,
That, yeah,
especially in hip
consistency.
hop. So for lyrics, I had to give him a 7. You know, Wiz not the most lyrical artist, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, he did have some bars on there where he did surprise me at some moments.
Yeah.
One bar stuck with me. He was OG Bobby Johnson taking down the Smack Man. That's from the movie South Central. If people don't know, I was like, okay, Wiz, he brought his pen out on this one too.
Yeah, I agree with the 7. Just as you said, he's not a lyrical. Everybody knows Wiz is definitely not a lyrical rapper. Like, you ain't gonna hear this nigga dropping bars. But when you do, he do be dropping
Got
bars.
some clever bars.
Yeah, so you gonna catch some of them here and there. But as far as like you expecting a lyrical
double tendre
type shit, then you ain't gonna get.
That's why I had to put him at that 7 because it's perfect for his lane still.
Yeah, he
ain't
still
like his
got his
corny
lane.
bars like his bars goes. It's perfect what he's doing, so I still give him at that 7.
His flow pattern, how it how
the cadence.
His cadence, how he switches up sometimes, go back to the old cadence, then switch to the new one. So with the bars, it's like you really not expecting the bars. You just really vibing to the flow of the cadence of the beat and to how he's rapping. You're not really listening to the bars.
But when you catch him,
as long as the song connects with what the fuck he's supposed to talk about, and he's just not talking about no random shit. You feel me? I'm really not expecting bars.
Yeah. So like even the bars he had, I still gave him a 7 out of 10. And that's pretty good for a Wiz Khalifa project.
Yeah, that's right.
Then this next one is Culture Impact. I gave it a 9 out of 10 because part of the Kush and OJ legacy, and he actually did the assignment.
And I do say he's satisfied his old audience by coming through with dropping it, and it still sounds like the old Kush and Orange Juice. And now he also got a brand new audience of the new school right now that's actually hasn't heard really or took heed for the first Kush and Orange Juice.
We didn't come up on Kush and OJ.
Exactly.
Because we came up on Kush and OJ. We say hip hop raised me.
Exactly.
Kush and OJ raised our young adult years right there.
Now this possibly an album that, you feel me, this generation could come up to.
That
I know
part.
they smoking to the Kush and Orange Juice too. Like, damn, Kush and Orange Juice too. Then we like, nigga, this the wait till y'all should have heard number 1.
What, man? Statement, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
The original number 1, not the one with different beats.
Yeah, I hate that
The
shit.
original
When they
number 1.
remixed the style, I hated that shit. Then he had that Still Blazing.
That shit was hard.
Then the motherfucking Up,
Pedal to the Metal.
I don't know what's going
man,
on.
Kid Frankie, he had so many hits on there.
Or
Then the next topic was subject matter. And I gave him an 8 out of 10 because, like you said, he stuck to what his subject matter. And he even went to some places he usually don't go to, talking about his kids and like his legacy and stuff too. So that's why I rate him a little higher than probably the usual Wiz Khalifa project with subject matter, because it wasn't just stoner luxury rap. He got a little personal on his rap, especially the song about his mom and stuff. He got real personal on his album.
And even on the one with, I think it was the one with DJ Quick. No, the one before it with DJ Quick. The Smile one.
Yeah.
I was hearing his verse. He was talking about his brother too.
Yeah.
So with me personally, that I would give him a 9.
A 9? Okay.
Yeah, in regards to that. Because the subject matter, the name of the song, what he's rapping about, and he still have the same cadence when it comes to the beat selection, when it comes to his flow. He's not switching up. He got amazing features on that motherfucker.
Yeah, the features is amazing.
I knew when I heard shout out to my brother Spitter, I knew it was finna be some motherfucker trouble.
Then with the Terrence Martin production on that record too, I was just like, oh yeah, he did it right.
Shout out to my brother Spitter, man. You know when you hear that. Oh yeah, this the Wiz coming back. So I'll give it a 9.
Alright, so with my scale, it was a 41 out of 50 from Trey. From Pharoah Seti, it was a 43 out of 50. They both fall in the category as a fire album. Pretty close to classic. Anything 45 and above goes in that classic category. This is right below, so they come out as a fire album. So make sure y'all check that Wiz, Kush, and OJ 2 out. Y'all heard our review on Hip Hop Raised Me Podcast. Probably the best review you hear on this album.
Yep.
You know, we support Taylor Gang, support Wiz. And one thing about Wiz, man, the way he does independency, because he did his album independent. That's another thing we gotta say.
Fact.
Whose album sound this good independently?
He had La Russell on that motherfucker.
Bro,
shout out to La Russell.
DJ Quick, Larry June,
and everybody was waiting on all those collabs too.
Yeah.
Everybody was waiting.
It was
on all those collabs.
all the collabs fit perfect. It's what you wanted to hear.
It wasn't no off the wall
like,
type shit.
What is this? Like
LeAngelo Ball and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
It wasn't no shit like that.
Yeah, everyone made sense for the song they were on too.
I ain't gonna lie. All right, sorry question. Who would you have featured on LeAngelo Ball Swerve?
On Swerve?
Artist? Yeah.
Be honest, I feel like he should have got like 2 Chainz on there to bring that energy.
Well, me, I said Bootsy.
Bootsy, I feel like he would have got Bootsy on it, but Bootsy's verses don't be all that fire to lock in to hit the audience as wide as Wayne or 2 Chainz will hit. That's the only thing, because Bootsy got the original swagger,
yeah, so that's why I said Bootsy.
Yeah.
Because he had the Wipe Me Down, and that low-key gave me the Wipe Me Down vibes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I would, it sound like some Baton Rouge
I could
bop
hear Bootsy
type
on it,
shit.
but I feel like he threw Bootsy, got through like a couple other artists on too.
Yeah, it can't just be him and Bootsy.
Yeah. Like with him and Wayne, you could do it, you and Wayne or you and 2 Chainz for a remix, but you just and Bootsy, you're going to need more than that to take it to the level you want to take it to.
And I ain't gonna lie, he shouldn't even put Wayne, because I really ain't heard the Wayne one, but I just know the Wayne one ain't as good as the original one.
I heard it's not. Wayne gave him a decent verse.
Because Leangelo told him to, he was like, rewrite it, don't put that in there. No, don't. He was like, nigga, how you gonna tell somebody what?
How you gonna tell Wayne? How you gonna tell Wayne what to write?
Hey, nah, man, don't put that in there. Nigga, that's Weezy. Nigga, you better be happy you even blessed your dumb ass with a verse.
That part. I was thinking. Alright, so let's get into these diss records. So, Soundwave posted their top 5 diss records. And they hit them up at number 1. Me personally, I feel like Hit 'em Up is overrated when it comes to diss records.
Ooh, I know they went on the frenzy when you said that.
Oh, they went crazy. Man, but you gotta think about it. Pac verse was mid. It was all shock value. Opening lines was the best part.
And I'm not gonna lie, the Outlaws was
trash. Ooh, trash. All that. And people went crazy. Oh, it's not about that. This record's not about bars. I'm like, bro, you got Nas, Ephraim.
If you look at either when it comes to a diss, it has to score in one of these 2 categories. Number 1, it has to kill the other person's career or damage the other person's career. Number 2, it has to be lyrical.
You have to out-rap them.
You have to out-rap.
You have to end their career out-rap them.
Because there is some shit, like for instance, Ether, where unfortunately it didn't end Jay-Z's career, but you knew that he won in that battle.
Yeah, you knew Nas is the better rapper.
Yeah, you know Nas was a better rapper in regards to that battle with that song Ether. So you do have tracks that doesn't end the career, but you also do have tracks that does. Look at Ice Cube.
No Vaseline, that's my number 2.
So No Vaseline actually ended all the
ended the group.
The whole group.
Jay, I'm out. I'm going to
the
death row.
whole group.
Ice Cube, this was so bad. He dissed the manager, Jerry Heller. He was trying to call all the Jewish people to sue him and all that stuff. Because of the diss.
Anti-Semitic Jew bullshit. That nigga was hot. Cause you let a Jew break up my crew.
Yeah, like I feel like him and Nas got like the best 2. Like they didn't end nobody's career. But Ice Cube's dead. He shut a whole group down.
Yeah, but, definitely.
Man, then my number 3 was Gang 300 Bars. That was not mentioned at all on their list.
300 bars, yeah, around that time they had niggas. Yeah,
bro,
stop snitching, stop lying. He had a whole movement with that shit, but he was doing 300 bars. He was switching beats from that motherfucker.
That part, like
throw another beat on that, but it's one song though. Nigga
one
just
song,
ripping,
and like
shredding.
The diss was disrespectful, but he had bars with the disrespect. Hit 'em Up was just disrespectful, but the bars wasn't there. Like you said, the Outlaws was boo boo, they was trash, and Pac verse was just shock value. Everything else was mid.
Yeah.
You got Gang to 300 bars. He out-rapped the whole G on it and disrespected him. Had everybody think Olivia was a man. Like, come on.
Yeah, you get that. Y'all get that. I'll say it's out of 10. I'll give 300 bars like number 6.
Oh, you like number 6?
I give it like number 6.
Then me, my number 4 was Tupac Against All Odds.
Okay.
And I put that before Hit 'em Up, because that's when he actually dissed. He dissed Biggie again. He dissed Nas, Jay-Z, but he went after Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack. Now he going after people responsible for you getting shot. That's why I put that up there. And Tupac actually was like, when it comes to Tupac being lyrical, because he's not a lyrical rapper.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably top 5 lyrical side of Pac was Against All Odds.
Now I'll give an honorable mention. Everybody well around that area they do disses with the drill music.
Yeah.
The only reason I give Julio Folio's When I See You an honorable mention for the simple fact that nigga took the diss with the video to the next level and went to the nigga's gravesite. So that nigga, you deserve honorable mention with that nigga because he took that shit to the motherfucking. He took that shit to the motherfucking extreme. Like nigga, fuck beef. Like nigga, I hate these niggas.
The me for number 5, I was at that Dr. Dre Day when him and Snoop went at Eazy-E, and I feel like that one doesn't get mentioned a lot, and I don't know why, because Snoop got at him.
Mm-hmm.
I know he probably wrote Dre's verse too, but it's a classic diss, disrespectful. The bars is like, for that time, the bars is there that era and time.
So what about that compared to Real Motherfucking G's?
That's another one that's up there.
Yeah. Because I'm not even gonna lie, even though the features on that motherfuckers was hard.
Yeah.
What? It's
That's
not
like
hip hop, motherfucker. With the baby gangster, fucking like you hard, motherfucker. I'ma shake you, make you with my fucking shake if I have to. Doggy, running, that's a fucking actor.
But can anybody do that to an Outlaw's verse on Hit 'Em Up?
Hell no.
That's the difference. That's come on, like.
Hell no.
You got like, I feel like real motherfucking G's come before Hit 'Em Up, cause like, look at like.
Yeah, I ain't go. Yeah, that's facts.
Cause like you said, the futures was even good.
Futures on
like they came and did their job. Like we on you too. Like
we on y'all niggas. This is like compared to the Outlaws and nah, that shit was trash. I'm completely honest.
So I ain't go all the way down my top 10 on this episode, but you can find it on Instagram and Threads, and you can comment also. You can share if you like. If you dislike it, comment and drop yours. We can debate. We can do all that. Whatever you want to do. However you feel that day. And however I feel that day.
Facts. We want all the smoke if y'all delivering it. We go for the smoke like exhaust pipes.
Since we talking about Hit 'Em Up, Suge Knight's birthday was yesterday, man.
Free Suge.
Free Suge. Happy birthday, Suge, man. Hope you got a nice little spread up in there.
Man, that'll be make that nigga cake in that motherfucker.
Man. Cause man, like they always talk about the negative side of shit, but always forget the impact he had on hip hop, especially West Coast hip hop with Death Row Records. In their short time of a run, millions of records sold. All-star artists like Snoop, Pac, Dre, Dogg Pound, like it put a stamp where people are still trying to mimic Death Row as a label.
You know, one show manager all in the videos.
Man, classic moments like that. 95 Source Awards.
Come to Death Row.
Suge, he's one of a kind CEOs, but I feel like he always gets the background. Oh, he went like something in the window.
Yeah, they look at the negativity.
He ran somebody over.
Yeah.
And people
they don't look at
his
his accolades, like his achievements.
Because he actually achieved a lot in a short period of time. Like I feel like if he didn't go to jail, people would have seen a lot more what he was doing. Because a lot of people don't know he signed Left Eye from TLC before going to prison. He was expanding outside of the West Coast. They were starting at Death Row East. Even though they had beef with Bad Boy to West Coast East, but they still had the Death Row East. Like he had Danny Boy, R&B singer that did a lot of Pac hooks on All Eyes on Me. So like, and he was working with KC and JoJo. It was eventually about to come to Death Row.
Yeah, he was finna build him a little East Coast team. Yeah, they was hot. Like damn, the East and the West.
Man. Then another birthday we had, another one on the West Coast. DJ Battle Cap, one of the famous producers. Eastsiders G'd Up. Exhibit Get Your Walk On. Eastsiders Crip Hop. Corrupt, We Can Freak It. Lucy Pro, You.
That motherfucker, Eastsiders.
I love it. That's Battle Cap. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they brought somebody that was, man, they perfect sense, it was Tony Deuce. He said Battle Cat produces the best walking songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like his song, he got the best walking song.
Yeah, he got the best walking. Can't nobody make a walking song like Battle Cat.
Because all the songs on there is like super walking songs. Anytime you hear a Battle Cat song, you automatically want to get to walking. Oh yeah. Automatic. It's in the rhythm of the drums, the beat, whatever it is.
It just makes your feet start going. Like when you hear that Battle Cat.
Man, he produced a lot of West Coast records, man. So happy birthday, Battle Cat. Birthday today. 420 birthday right there. Love to contribute put to the West Coast. Man, but before we end, we gotta talk about Tech 9. Yeah, he has no platinum albums, no major awards, 1 Billboard Top 100 songs, but he's on Forbes list 4 times. Music placed in 30 film shows and video games. Over $300 million a year consistently. And built strange music from the ground up. But it doesn't get mentioned when people talk about independency or music financial like literacy. They don't mention Tech 9 as much as they should with those accolades. Like,
because he's private. He's really not the type to put his own face out there to actually do that shit. He's just like on all the video games and shit. He's like, once you hear the song, you possibly won't even know it's Tech 9 type shit. Like, he's not the type that's like always out there.
Because he's not in just like your regular games like ESPN or
yeah.
2K. He's in like action games and stuff. Like, gamers know about Tech 9.
Yeah, a lot of people when they hear the song be like, "Who the hell is this?" And then they be like, "Oh shit, it's Tech 9." Yeah. Then they go look up what Tech 9 been doing. Like, even back in the day, like that nigga Tech 9 been killing shit.
He has,
and he hasn't really been like getting his acknowledgement for some odd reason, possibly because his image and what he represents, they really don't want to push that type of image when it comes to Tech 9.
But I feel like he, like, especially in the streaming era and today where independency is a big thing, I feel like he should be mentioned more and his blueprint should be followed more.
Facts, because
if he's
doing something right, if he on Forbes 4 times.
4 times, hip hop, come on.
He's doing something right.
I think that's more important than going platinum.
Exactly.
Like, you really getting the money. Like,
you
do what you're supposed to do and you getting the money. Like,
you getting the paper. You doing the main goal. Your whole main goal is to get the money.
That's what you
now he has to do what he did. Now he's getting the money. It really don't matter if he's now the other accolades with no Grammys, no top platinums. None of that shit matters because this nigga was on Forbes 4 times. He's getting to the bag. So
he's up there with the Jay-Z's, the Diddy's, the
That's just like Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire is one of the ones that's getting to the bag, but you don't see him on any top 10s or any of that shit when it comes to his music, but he got to the bag. For sure. So with Tech 9, like, that's a better accolade rather than having a Grammy, any of that sort. Nigga, I was on Forbes list 4 times. I did my goal.
I gotta pay more attention to you.
Which was to be rich.
Because you got people that got all the accolades, don't got the money. Ain't never came close to the Forbes list.
Yep. But got 3-4 Grammys.
That part. This guy probably never even came to the Grammys. I'm on the Forbes list 4 times.
I'm chilling. And that's how he just playing the background.
But they said he has a cult following, like,
yeah, he got it. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he has it. Yeah, he has people that's willing to travel and come to his shows.
Pay for buy merch, because, like,
he has a following for sure.
Probably like
even from today to the old school. So his following with the time span, he has a long following, a lot of following from the time span from the 2010s, 2006s to now, because as you mentioned, he's in the video games and all the extra shit. So everybody's still been following him and still had his diehard fan. Now he got extra new fans, so that's why he got more fans in regards to it. But it's a solid base to the point where, hey, I'm finna throw a show over here. And somebody gonna fly, oh, that's the closest show we finna have? Well, fuck it, nigga, we finna take that drive, or we finna fly over here.
I seen an interview of him and his manager, like, probably like over 10 years ago. So his manager is a dude from his hometown in Kansas that was a millionaire already off a furniture store. So he basically taught Tech 9 how to run his music like a business from the ground up. So basically what he did with the furniture store and put in perspective of his music.
Yeah.
So like when they were going around looking for houses, he said you need to get, like, he has a warehouse for his merch. Yeah. So he controls the whole process. We package here, we print it up, and ship it, everything here.
Yeah, one-stop shop.
Yeah, one-stop shop to keep the money in.
Yep.
And his manager that owned the furniture store showed him that. And that's how they made so much money, because they own the process that outsourced them. He always talk about own the process.
See, it's not all about the music sometimes. It's all about the business aspect. I say in the business, it's 20% music, 80% business.
Yeah, I think he throws a lot of his own shows too. Like you said, people fly. He puts on events and shows himself. he's getting overall back to the promoter getting him over to Tech 9. You're not that bad, maybe 10 grand to come out.
Like
Nah,
if he was performing at if he be on Woodstock or motherfucking Coachella, they gonna pull up to go see Tech 9. If
Oh,
this
yeah.
nigga was at any big festival, a lot of
His
people
fans
gonna
is
pull
coming
up.
out.
Yeah, pull up to come see Tech 9 for sure.
Man, but there's a few other people like that. You got Currency, that's another one.
Oh, Currency always, man.
That's a cult following.
Yeah, he has a cult. Definitely got a cool following, but Currency is another one that's like a lot of people be slipping on.
Independent too.
Yeah, a lot of people be
hustle.
slipping on Currency.
I
And
feel
when
like
Wiz, and if you didn't know, when Wiz saying the front in the beginning of the song, shout out to my brother Spitter. Spitter is Currency.
man.
Just in case you bozos didn't know.
I feel Currency did. He was one of the first like independent artists that really took advantage of the streaming era.
Mm-hmm.
Like dropping consistently. Like he's been doing that since it was like you're buying it on iTunes and Apple and Amazon Music. He was dropping EPs every week, 5-track, 6-track EPs every month. Being consistent, taking advantage of having that cult following, they can go buy his music.
Yep, just
like that.
Off back. Like it don't matter what he dropped. His following is gonna follow and drop that motherfucker.
That part, like he didn't wait
shit.
and stuff. He just dropped. And I feel like he was one of the main ones that really took advantage of it in that time. Even in that Piff era, consistently dropping mixtapes.
Yeah, that Piff era, you could drop 6 mixtapes in a week. You could drop a mixtape a day within that Piff era.
Man.
And they'll expect that motherfucker. They'll listen to all 6 mixtapes back in the day.
Gucci Man, he did stuff like that.
Yup, on me. You see
do
this
that
nigga
while
drop
locked up.
like, goddamn, this nigga dropped another one?
Man, but that brings us to the end of this episode of Hip Hop Raised Me podcast. Had to update you on hip hop news, give us our perspective, our opinions on it. So we out for today. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. Comment, like, share, follow, subscribe. We out. Peace.